What's up, ladies and gents, Ghost here, and today I'm going to be playing some Deus Ex Human Revolution: The Missing Link, which is the expansion set to the third Deus Ex game. Now, I downloaded this game actually from Steam in the summertime. I bought like a bunch of games in the summer sale, haven't had time to play any of them yet, and since we sort of have this lull in content while waiting for Battlefield 4 to get out, I thought this would be a nice sort of short and sweet game to get in there. So if you don't know what this game is about, don't worry, you will find out soon enough. Right, let's take a look at our options here. Advanced, make sure all that's on high. Sweet. Gameplay. There's a lot of different things that you can turn on. The traditional Deus Ex way of doing things is, of course, there's quite a lot of puzzle solving, and you don't necessarily know where to go until you solve certain puzzles, and there are things like objective locators. You can turn those on. I like to have them off because I find it a little bit that it sort of breaks the immersion of the game if you have them on. Object highlight off again. Field of view 100. I'm actually going to turn that down to 90. I just like the way it looks better like that. Alright, new game, here we go. Tell me a story. You play games for their story and experience, not for their challenge or competitiveness. Enjoy the Deus Ex experience. Okay, that sounds like it's for pussies, so screw that, man. You enjoy a good story and a good challenge. This is how the game is meant to be played, alright? And give me Deus Ex. Hardened enemies and tougher situations will make your experience quite challenging and give you a good adrenaline rush. You are one with the machine. Well, I have to say that when I played the Heart of the Swarm playthrough, I regretted not doing it on the hardest setting, so screw it, man. Let's do this.
Megan.
No Megan here, I'm afraid. Though I admit I'm curious who she might be. Who are you? And what are you doing on my ship?
Bell Tower keeps 2 ships in port. They're going to plant that package in Administrator Wang's office. Then you hop in a cargo pod and off you go. And where she may port, I bet you find your scientists.
You're the cruise director? Because I've got a complaint.
You think you're funny, do you? Well, let's see how funny you feel after Lieutenant Keitner gets through with you. Lieutenant?
It's useless to resist. This chair has a built-in EMP field generator. Your augs are nothing but dead metal right now.
Is that so?
No doubt they will have reset to Factory Zero. You need a limb clinic.
You can't have it both ways, you know? You can't play the good cop when you've been playing the bad cop.
You think you're clever, don't you? But this ship is heading to a bell tower naval base, a military facility for the confinement and interrogation of unprivileged belligerents. And when we get there, we're going to take you apart.
Take me apart? Right, so this is an integral part of the game. You can actually decide how you want to communicate with the characters, and based on how you behave, things will change within the game. Characters will interact with you differently, and in some cases you receive different weapons and items. So we can shrug it off, we can challenge her, or we can joke with her. Which would piss her off the most? I think a challenge.
You'll have to get me there first.
You're outnumbered and outgunned. I don't think it'll be a problem. Still, when they found you in that cargo container, you did manage to take out a number of highly trained men. Tell me something, Hotshot. Do you enjoy taking people's lives?
Not if I'm given the choice.
Oh, but you had a choice when you decided to blow up our port.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Like hell you don't. We may not know who you are yet, but Burke's running your profile as we speak. High-grade combat spec augmentations, built to be somewhat unnoticeable so you blend in with the civs. Someone spent an awful lot of money creating you.
Lucky me.
So I guess the real question is, are you a terrorist? Or some kind of corporate thief?
Redirect. Yeah.
Would you be happier if I told you that I'm neither?
You have absolutely no idea of the shit you're in, do you? Rifleman Bank Station is a black site. It's off the grid. No one will come and rescue you. No one even knows where it is. You'll be dropped into a deep, dark hole and never see the light of day again. Stew on that for a while, tough guy.
I think I will. Don't have much of a choice, do I, at the moment?
Commander Burke and I are returning to the base. Keep a close eye on him. You've secured his gear?
Yes, sir. Locked in one of the rooms upstairs, sir.
Good. Can you have your
Right, so I'm obviously gonna go and have to try and retrieve that gear.
Richard, are you there?
I don't have anything
Richard.
right now.
Damn it.
What the? That's odd. Somebody just decided to open the chair here for us. Right, so just to give you guys a little bit of backstory here. Well, they actually turned off a security camera as well, so that's pretty nice. We'll have to find out who that is. The antagonist's name is Adam Jensen, and this is a small part out of the original Deus Ex Human Revolution. You actually go and plant a bomb that you guys saw him reminiscing about there in the chair, and you stow away on board a ship. And in the original game, you just stow away in the ship and you come out the other side, and there happens nothing in between except one cutscene. But this is actually the expansion here, and this is showing us what happens on board the ship. Now, this world is very interesting because this is not the kind of Let's Play that is just run and gun. You can do things very stealthily, and since I'm doing things on the most difficult setting, stealth is probably the best bet. There are also lots of parts of the story that are revealed through things like this. So you can read this newspaper cutting here, you can find other little, what do you call it, PDFs, not PDFs, PDAs rather, personal data assistants, from the soldiers, and they will give you more insight into the story and into the different organizations in the game. And these guys are called, as it says here, the Bell Tower Associates, and they're the bad guys, we are the good guys, and we're working for a company who manufactures augmentations, and you're actually the head of the security detail for that company, hence why you have a crap load of awesome augmentations. And here's just another example of some of the storyline of the game that you can get straight from the soldiers' mouths here.
Probably can't even feel pain anymore with all that gear. Maybe, but Burke doesn't fuck around. Neither do his boys. Once they get the prisoner in detention, he'll spill his guts or they'll spill them for him. I'm not sure about that. This one's not like our usual unlawful belligerents. Did you hear how it went down when they found him? It took 8 guys. Plus, I was upstairs and I saw the equipment they took off him. But what about those augments? Well, it's none of your business who he is. We just have to guard him until the transfer. And by the way, watch yourself. If you go and choke on unlawful belligerents like you just did in front of the wrong guy, you might join him in lockup. Keep watching.
I really like this. It really helps with the immersiveness of the game. Hearing the soldiers talk about stuff, finding these newspaper clippings and all that kind of stuff. There are also a lot of secrets to be found. So let's take a look at our map. Obviously, our first objective is to recover our equipment, which is apparently up there. So you can actually, it's quite an interactive, detailed map here. You can see all the different floors of the ship. This is the floor we're on, and this is where we need to get to. So we've got to somehow get out of here, but bear in mind that we don't have anything. We do, however, have a few augmentations. This is a key thing in the Deus Ex franchise. If you've never played Deus Ex 1 all the way back, it's probably 15 years ago now, it's seriously a long time ago, but heralded as one of the best games ever, then you won't know what augmentations are. They're essentially body enhancements that can be either sort of physical things or they can be mental. So you can see here cranium augmentations, and here we have the info link, which allows us to communicate wirelessly anywhere. So you probably saw in the chair he was trying to communicate with a guy called Pritchard. He is the head of communications at the security detail where Adam here is working at. So he couldn't actually get through to him, but that's what you would use. And as you go through the game, you'll get praxis, which you can then use to upgrade your various augmentations. So here we have Stealth Enhancer, and if you see here, the first level of that displays the range at which the noise you produce travels. So that's handy. So you can know whether you're going to actually alert a soldier via the noise that you're making from walking. Here we have torso augmentations, arm augmentations. So you can see here we have these cybernetic arm prostheses, which allow us to actually do takedowns on enemies. And he has crazy swords that come out of his arms, these metal swords, and they do a hell of a lot of damage. Some of my favourite augmentations are definitely the hacking ones here. You can actually hack into computers, and believe me guys, if you've never played this game before, you're in for a treat. It is really, really deep. And I would have actually liked to play the entire Deus Ex 3 game through for you guys, but it's extremely long, especially if you play it as I do, exploring every little nook and cranny, reading every newspaper clipping. So since we don't have much time until BF4 gets out, I figured I would just do this expansion set here, since I've never done it before. Right, so how are we going to go around getting past those soldiers? So we can go this way under this pipe here. And I can't actually see anything through that door. But I think... oh, yeah. Those guys are out there. So if I open that door, they're going to see me. So I guess we go this way. What's through here? We do have this cover system where you can hold right click and take cover. And if you press space, you sort of spin across the doorway. You can do it crouched as well. And often it's a way that you can get from A to B without anybody seeing you. Right, now it looks like nobody here heard that or saw it. Oh, those guys are there. Question is if I spin... oh god, this guy's coming this way. Oh boy.